Guys, like, comment, subscribe. Please share the video, especially if you're a big fan of college football. Okay, I've already given a prediction on Georgia and Oregon playing each other in the season opener they have in Atlanta. But it's my job also to come up with a case and scenario if the underdog wins. As we all know, I've picked Georgia. Let's say Oregon wins. How do they get it done? Well, okay, Oregon has a lot of talent on that football team, right? That Mario Cristobal recruited when he was there. They're one of the most talented teams in the country. They just got to put it together. They're known for being very, 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 very fast. They have Bo Nix at quarterback. He's probably going to be the starting quarterback over there. He's got a lot of experience in the SEC with Auburn, playing Alabama, LSU, all the big schools, you know. He's been pretty successful while at Auburn as a starter up until he got hurt. Now he's playing with the Oregon Ducks in the Pac-12. Okay, for them to beat someone like Georgia, they need to do a lot of different things. First things first, they need to kick the ball. If they win the toss, they should give it to Georgia and let Georgia's offense get on the field first. For Oregon, I would look to hold Georgia's offense to field goals. See, the games that Georgia has lost with Kirby Smart hasn't been because they've been forced to kick too many field goals and they've had turnovers, not enough touchdowns. I think if you can hold Georgia to at least one, maybe two touchdowns, you will win this game in the red zone, especially holding the field goals. Georgia's run game is going to be very good. Their offensive line has been consistently good for the last 4 or 5 years, but I think it's going to be just as good, if not better than ever. You need to hold Georgia to at least 100 yards rushing or less in this game. You don't want to give up 150 or more rushing yards in this game because Georgia thrives off of running the football. That's part of why they beat Alabama in the national championship game. I think you need to hold Georgia at least 2 or 3 turnovers in this game. If you can force a fumble or maybe get 2 or 3 picks, because again, Stetson Bennett looked good in most of last year, but the Alabama game that they lost, he had tendencies to throw into coverage. He had tendencies to get guys in his face. Oregon, even though they lost Kayvon Thibodeaux, whatever his name is, I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. I still think Oregon's going to have somebody there as a good pass rush, or somebody's going to get to the quarterback and harass Stetson Bennett. Oregon's got a lot of talent, so you know they're going to have a lot of that there. Forced turnovers. What else? Offensively for Oregon, you must score minimum 2 touchdowns to win this game. Okay? If Oregon can get to 20 points, they have a chance at winning this game. You got to have a touchdown in your first series. Okay, you got to go down the field and test a young Georgia defense, a defense that lost 7 or 8 starters to the NFL draft this past year, a defense that was arguably the best in America last year, and a defense that was probably the best in a long time out of the whole country. That defense is going to be young. It's going to be fresh. If I'm Oregon, I'll take the FSU approach that they had with Alabama in that same stadium 5 years ago with Francois playing. Obviously, Oregon's going to have running backs. They're going to have a running game. They run the football really well, so that won't be an issue, unlike FSU couldn't do with Alabama 5 years ago. Well, I'm not trying to compare 2 games, but Florida State early on was very fast and was able to score pretty quickly in that game. Oregon needs to do the same thing. They need to play keep the ball away from Georgia's offense, and wear out Georgia's young defense to take advantage of the fact that they're young, that they're fresh, that they don't have the experience that the older guys had from last year. And you got to play a turnover-free game. And you got to be okay with throwing the ball away. And you got to be okay with utilizing Bo Nix as a runner, because he can run too. He's very good at that. If Oregon does these things, they will win the game. I'm not picking them to win. I'm not putting any money on it. But if I watch the game and at the end I see Oregon wins this game 20-16 or some messed up stuff like that, I wouldn't be surprised. So Oregon can't win this football game. I'm just not picking them to do so.